So today we are talking about planning and scheduling of construction projects. For any projects, for not only for construction project, for any project, planning will be the foremost part. In this step, we will be deciding on what things are to be done and how many materials are to be or resources are needed, how much duration it is to be done. Okay, so that much details will be all decided on this step, planning. And the next one, scheduling. In this, we arrange all these steps of construction in a timely manner. That is called scheduling. Planning is enumerating or detailing of goals, whereas scheduling is timely arrangement of processes. For example, if you are going to construct a house, we need to construct the foundation first. Before that, we need to clear the site there. Then we need to construct the foundation. Then over that, we will construct a belt. Then we will start with substructure, superstructure, and then the roof, then the parapet, etc. Okay, so there is a timely order for that. And some processes cannot be started without completion of another process. Okay, only after plastering of a wall we can start with painting. Okay, and before painting we need to be done with plumbing and electrical works. Okay, so there are some particular order and particular key arrangement or set of arrangements are to be noted for any construction projects. All these arrangements will be done at the scheduling part. Okay, so before scheduling and or during planning, we will be doing another process called work breakdown structure. Okay, work breakdown structure is simply the breaking down of our singular goal. Singular goal is to construct a building. Breaking that down into components. Okay, so project is our singular goal. Okay, to construct a project. If the project is a building, if project is a house, that is our single goal. And we will divide it into systems. Maybe you will be having a security area, we will be having a car parking area, we will be having some systems. Okay, then we will divide it into subsystems. Then we will divide it into components, and at end it will be elements. Okay, so projects will be divided into systems, they will be divided into subsystems, then each subsystems will be divided into components, and each components will be divided into the primary elements. Okay, and generally we call this as, or we divide projects into work packages. This is also a term used. Work package. Okay, so we do work breakdown structure in planning, and then we go on to scheduling. Okay, so for scheduling we will be having some tools for extra understanding, as construction projects are very complex methods. We use a number of processes and we use a number of different specialist type of people like masons, architects, designers, engineers, plumbers, electricians. Okay, so we have to combine all these people together. So we need a unanimously understandable or easily understandable system for scheduling. Okay, so everybody should understand that system. So the most common type of system that are easy to be understood is graphical system. Okay, so we will move on to that. So graphical scheduling. Graphical formats or tools for scheduling. Okay, first one is bar chart or Gantt chart. This was invented by Henry Gantt. Okay, it is nothing but simply this. You might have seen this Gantt chart in many of these places. Okay, so it is just a graph noting jobs or activities, on the y-axis and duration on x-axis. Okay, this is Gantt chart simply, and the particulars or the method for representing jobs or activities will be bars. Okay, for example, if foundation, this will be foundation, and 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, if I am representing it as weeks, in weeks this will be 1 week, 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, I am representing in terms of weeks only. Okay, so foundation work is up to second week. Okay, and after that plinth construction, it will be from second week to fifth week. Due to some peculiarity, you can construct superstructure after 1 week of construction of plinth. Okay, so you can start at the third week construction of superstructure, because a portion will be completed by 1 week of plinth. Okay, then so as the superstructure continues to build, plastering can be started around like 5th week to 8th week. Then painting will be 8th week to or 7th week to 9th week. Okay, so this is a typical, very typical, it is just an example, do not take it accurately, very typical Gantt chart. Okay, so where y-axis is filled with jobs or activities and x-axis is filled with duration. Okay, duration can be with days, weeks or months, etc. And by this chart we can easily understand that foundation work should be completed by 2 weeks time, and only after the completion of foundation we can start plinth. After starting the work of plinth, you can start the work of superstructure. Okay, and it will be around 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks. Okay, and you can start plastering at 5th week and you can continue till 8th week, and painting from 7th week to 9th week. Okay, so what are the informations that you get from Gantt chart? The advantage and information that you get from Gantt chart is, first one, duration of each activity can be predicted. Simply by looking at this Gantt chart, you can predict the duration of each activity. And second one, total duration of project also can be predicted. Okay, so as you can see, this particular typical project takes 9 weeks. Okay, that is the total duration of construction for completion of this project. Okay, and that these two are the main advantages. And talking about disadvantages, only small types of projects can be dependent on Gantt chart. We can use Gantt chart for only small projects. Disadvantages: only small projects. Okay, for larger projects, this y-axis will be too high and the number of activities to be will be very high. So it will be difficult to understand and it will be difficult to draw and to edit, and to understand it will be difficult. Okay, understanding will be difficult. So normally we use Gantt charts for simpler and small projects only. Okay, and second one, actual progress cannot be analyzed. Actual progress of each activity cannot be analyzed. Just the duration of each activities can be analyzed. Okay, you can see this foundation will take 2 weeks, but what will be the actual duration when it comes to construction? Maybe it will be taking less than 1 week, maybe it will be taking more than 3 weeks. We don't know that, and we will not expect that using Gantt chart. So actual progress cannot be analyzed using Gantt chart. Third one, interrelationships between jobs are not clear. Okay, that is between foundation and plinth, what will be the relation? Or between plinth and superstructure, we are just expressing like this, like see, okay, if this is foundation or if this is plinth and this is superstructure, okay, that means there is a 1 week overlap. 1 week. What does that mean? Does that mean superstructure can lag only 2 weeks, or does that mean superstructure can start after 6 weeks or 5 weeks? We don't know that by observing Gantt chart. It is not clear. That's why we just know according to our initial planning, you can start the superstructure work after 2 weeks construction of plinth. Okay, so we don't know the accurate dimension or accurate meaning that the one who drew this Gantt chart meant. Okay, you just know that 2 week only. Okay, so that interrelationship is not clear. Okay, fourth one, delays cannot be detected. There will be delays for each activities or jobs, but it cannot be detected using this Gantt chart. It is simply to observe and to act with respect to that Gantt chart only. Okay, there are no space for delays in Gantt chart. Okay, fifth one, financial aspect is not controlled. Okay, we are not considering the financial aspect. We are only dealing with time aspect. How much time we need? That's it. We are not considering the cost rise or the cost reduction or anything else. Okay, so we are not considering financial aspect. Sixth one, key events cannot be identified. That is, if suppose for plinth construction there will be a number of key events. For example, form work, material procurement, concreting, curing, etc. Okay, so these are all important things in case of plinth, but we are only expressing all these processes combined as plinth. So key events are missing. All these events may or may not be key events which will affect the completion of project, but we are not considering any key events. We are just taking a job or activity as a whole. Okay, so these 6 are the disadvantages while using Gantt chart. Okay, so that was, even now we are using Gantt chart for many smaller projects, and one more graphical format or tool for scheduling was came to be similar one, and that is called Milestone chart. Milestone chart is a bit different to Gantt chart and similar to Gantt chart. It is just milestone charts are again graphs with jobs similar to Gantt chart, jobs at y-axis and duration at x-axis with only milestones. That is, we will be using tiny squares like this. See, like this. So for this, it will be foundation complete. That is an event. Okay, by this time, this may be 2 weeks, foundation is complete, and this one may be plinth complete or completion of plinth. This may be similar to 4 weeks. You can just redraw the old one Gantt chart into another chart called milestone chart. Okay, this can be superstructure, completion of superstructure, etc. Okay, so this square one, this size doesn't matter. This square milestone, this represents a milestone event that occurs in this project. Okay, so this chart also, milestone chart also having the same disadvantages of Gantt chart. Okay, and one key disadvantage for both these graphical representation is we cannot control the process. Controlling is not possible. Controlling is checking the performance of project while construction and correcting it. That is, construction is in progress, but we don't know whether it is slower or in a swift manner. If that is possible, that process of checking whether the real construction, the actual construction is slower or more effective than the planned activity is called controlling. If it is slower, we have to speed it up, and if it is faster than we have expected, we have to get it into clear order with respect to cost also. Okay, so controlling is that. Okay, but we cannot consider these two parameters, these two tools for controlling. So we will use another chart called progress control chart, in which we will just again duration, again it is a graph with duration, and it will be percentage of completion in y-axis, percentage of completion, and duration on x-axis. Okay, suppose we have 5 activities. Suppose each of these activities are having 20% each of total project. Okay, so one activity is having 20%, another one is 20, 20, 20, hence 20 into 5, 100%. Okay, so just for the concept only. So duration will be these weeks again, and we will be having two lines or two curves in this. We suppose this first line is planned percentage of completion, that is first one like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so depending upon the percentage of completion, we can calculate the duration. Okay, this one is planned completion. This is according to plan, that is when it reaches 3 weeks, you expect it to be 30% complete, and after the second activity we expect it to be 50% complete. Okay, likewise, so forget this 20%. With first activity you need 30%, with second activity you need 20%, so combined 50%, and so on. Okay, so as the work proceeds, we will draw another line with respect to this planned completion line to control. Okay, so after completion of first activity, we will draw another line like this. This was second activity, that is 30% of process was complete by taking up 4 weeks. Okay, so that means according to plan, activity 1 was only should have taken 3 weeks, but it took 4 weeks. Okay, so it delayed 1 week. Okay, and after completion of second one, and this is actually a similar slope to planned completion, that means it is going according to plan. Okay, so it is just as going as planned. The lag is because of lagging of first activity. Okay, second activity, third activity also is going according to plan, since of similar slope. This percentage completion is with respect to duration is identical or similar, same value as planned. Okay, so this actual completion is going fine as possible except for first activity. When it comes to fourth activity, suppose it goes like this, it means the fourth activity has proceeded for better than it has planned. For that 20% or 15%, whatever it is, it has taken half duration which was planned. Okay, and suppose this was last one. Okay, so we can draw and compare this performance of actual completion. This one is actual completion, and you can control all these activities with respect to planned completion which we have planned, and by drawing and representing with a line in the progress control chart, you can represent and control. You can apply corrective measures accordingly with the help of this chart. Okay, so we have Gantt chart, milestone chart, and progress control chart. These were the initial graphical tools that were used to schedule. Okay, and the current used tools will be discussed later. Okay, we call it as CEPM and PERT. Okay, thank you.